Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Nathan from Sojourn into Exile, and I'm doing another Sunday Night Notes episode. And today we had Baptism Sunday, and we saw about 50 people get baptized today, which was incredible. And one of the things that just kind of struck me is just when people were telling their stories of what Jesus did for them, a lot of times they would say something that Pastor Tim said or myself resonated with them and connected with them and helped them take the next step, whether it was maybe growing in faith or being challenged to believe Jesus and understand what he's done for them. And I'll be honest, there was maybe a time where I was really wondering, what's the point of preaching? Um, a guy gets up and starts talking, and this guy's supposed to be the expert. This guy's supposed to know everything and have all the answers. And I really kind of questioned maybe even my calling a little bit. Like, what, why preach when we can be in community together and do life together, and there are no experts. We're all on the journey together. And I think kind of where I'm at in the midst of that is, I think in every culture, society, there's storytellers. There are men and women of wisdom. There are comedians. There are people that are called to stand and speak. And I think the role of the preacher is to do that in such a community. We speak to our communities the words that we feel God is telling us to say. They're not our own words, and we're not the experts. We're on the journey as well, but we're the mouthpiece. We're one part of the whole. Even today for Baptism Sunday, there were so many parts that had to come together to make it happen. In fact, one of the things I was reflecting on is logistics, right? We think logistics, oh man, I hate that, it's so annoying. But yet, logistics comes from the word logos, which is where we get the word from. Jesus is the logos of God, the word of God. So logistics is just as spiritual as logos, speaking of the word. And so all the pieces working together are really powerful. And so the preacher has a role to play. He speaks, he preaches, he prepares, he prays, does his best to learn the material, whether it's the Word of God or theology, whatever it may be, and he speaks. And God moves through that. And I think there's something powerful where God will use your gifts, whatever they are, to speak. And so if you're a preacher, keep preaching. If there's times where you wonder, is this working? Is this getting through? Are people really taking that next step? There's more going on than probably you even realize. And just keep preaching, and God will show you too. All right, with that said, I'll see you next week. God bless.